Happy Friday. It is Friday, December 7th, and it's also Flossmas Day 7. So, I needed to push the easy button today because we are hosting my husband's staff Christmas party here tonight, and I believe 25 people are coming, and I am not ready. I still have to go out and do all of the shopping and find something to wear and finish tidying up the house. The kids have to decorate the Christmas tree still. It's been one of those weeks, so we have a lot to do. But I did want to stop and just take a breath for 15-20 minutes and get my ornament started for the day so that I could feel like I was still doing a little bit of something for myself for the holidays. So yesterday, you may remember that I did my Just Cross Stitch 2012 ornament from Summer House Stitchworks. I spent a second day on that. I didn't do a lot, but I did get a few more lengths of thread in. And I have to be honest with you, I'm really enjoying these little canvases. They're really quite fun and they're easy. Now, you'll notice there's a little bit of give in the frame, and I'm not all that thrilled about that. So I think that the join in the corner, maybe the glue has come a little bit loose in this one corner. So I'm going to have to be careful about that. But because I was so tickled with how, I was really enjoying working on it. So I thought while I'm in this mode, I wanted to choose another ornament because I have 3 of these canvases and I want them all to sort of not match per se, but I want them to complement each other. So I thought since I was in that mode, I would choose an ornament today that would sort of complement the style and the colors of that Summer House Stitchworks one. So I have another blank canvas for today, and what I've chosen to work on is actually something different than my ornament magazines. This is a Rosewood Manor booklet that I've had for, I'm going to say I've had this for at least 6 or 7 years. I paid $24 for it. I want to use it. And at the moment, I'm into stitching my Christmas ornaments in the reds, the greens, and the golds. And so I'm going to choose a few of these ornaments out of this booklet, and I'm going to stitch them in the colors that are speaking to me this holiday season. They're traditional, reds, greens, and golds never really go out of style at Christmas. So the one that I am picking, you can see these are the ones on the front cover. I think there are 24 ornaments, and sometimes she'll count one of these ornaments. She'll rechart just the inside as a mini, so she'll count that as 2 ornaments, and I think there's 24 different versions of ornaments. And then here's the ones on the back. So the one that I have chosen to stitch on this canvas is this Noelle piece here. And I am going to, instead of having just the one color with the beads, I'm going to skip the beads and I'm going to do all floss in the exact same 2 colors. Well, this one uses white as well. I'm going to swap out white and I'm going to put a gold in this one. So I'm going to have Victoriana Gold, Victorian Pine, and then my red, where's my big red? The red is the same one that I used on yesterday's ornament, and my main skein is over there, so I'm going to have to go find that one. So those are my colors, and I just need to find the center of my canvas, and then I will be back to get started. Okay, I'm back. I found my skein of red. It is the Victorian Holiday, and I found my center, so I'm ready to go. The original pattern had 4 beads in the center, and I am going to instead do 4 stitches in red. And I think I did count this, but it looks, I guess it looks okay. Sometimes it's your eye. Anyways, we're going to hope that it's centered. I did count, so let's see how it goes. I did the whole diagonal, checked on the diagonal to see where my points matched in the middle. So we'll give it a go, see how it goes. I'm not used to starting my threads like this while on camera. It feels a little exposed. There, that will do. Okay. So no beads in the center, and I am going to do the words, the Noelle, in one strand. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do two. This is 14 count Ada. I think I could get away with two. Why don't we carry this thread over and see what those words look like with two strands. I'm not going to worry about carrying my threads in the back. These are just supposed to be really simple, fun projects, and I don't think I'm going to really worry because there's not going to be light shining through it. I am actually going to put a backing on it to fully finish it at the back here. So I'm not going to worry about carrying my threads. Okay, so the first part of the Noelle starts All right. I am a terrible backstitcher. I stitch whichever way the needle goes is how I stitch, and I know there's a proper way to do it. Elizabeth Almond tried to teach me the right way to do it. I sat through her class. She was very interesting. She's the loveliest lady I've ever met, but I still can't backstitch the correct way, and I'm not going to worry about it. So there we go. I'm not sure if maybe two strands is too thick. Let's see if we can tell that that's an N. I want it to stand out. I think that'll do. Let's move over and do the O. Let's see how we feel. So yeah, 25 people tonight, and they're all very nice. I mean, I know most of them. Some of the people are new, and I will have never met them. But it's a lot of people. I can feel my social anxiety starting to ramp up a little bit, and doing my very best to stay calm and not worry about it. And, you know, the house will look like what the house looks like. And if it's not absolutely perfect, then that's okay too. So there's my O. Let's see. At least this is fast. This is pretty darn fast. So my floor frame, my Hearthside Craftworks floor frame, I always get asked. So the one that I use for most of my Stitch With Me videos is from Hearthside Craftworks. They're a company in Alberta, Canada. And I just finished my Prairie Schooler Woodland Santa last weekend. And so I decided that the next project that I would put on there would be my Sampler Cove Dido. And I thought I was further along on that project than I was, because I had to laugh because I said on Monday that I was going to try and choose a project that was, you know, close to completion so that I could maybe have another finish before the end of the year. Yeah, it's only a quarter of the way done. Oh, look at how cute that is. Look at my little word Noelle. I love it. It's perfect. It's tiny and it's perfect. Okay, well that is going to work nicely. And look at that. You know what? I'm not even going to cut it off. I am going to go completely rogue, and I'm going to just sew my thread right over to the other end, and I'm going to start right over here. All right, so 2 away from there, down to the bottom. I come up here. Completely against how I normally would stitch, especially a red on the back of a fabric like this. But I think this fabric is pretty forgiving. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more natural. So I think it will hide those. So you can't really see, you can't see the stuff through it. I'm not going to worry about it. This is quick and dirty today, folks. I just needed something to distract me for half an hour. My lists are all made. I just have to go out and do it. So it's one of those days where not only do I have the party tonight, I have to spend a good chunk of the day shopping. I loathe shopping. I loathe shopping. I can't even describe. And I have to go on a Friday in December and go shopping. So that's okay. I can do it. But I just needed a little bit of something to take the edge off. And aren't new starts fun? I was binge watching Letitia, Crafty Curator, yesterday while I was doing some sewing. And if you haven't caught up on her last few episodes, it was really, really, really fun. So thoroughly enjoyed my visit with her. Oh, I think this one's down here and up. Yes, okay. Go. And Ginger Gerald, of course, also always makes me laugh. Still haven't watched his from yesterday. And I need to catch up with Donna Ray and so many others. So many Flosstube videos to catch up on. Isn't it fun? I mean, what a fantastic community. Wonderful company. Anytime you're feeling a little bit lonely, just turn on Flosstube and have a little visit with somebody who understands that 20 minutes of stitching before you go out for a 3 or 4 hour shopping tour on a Friday in December is just the thing that you need. think I'm going to end this thread. I had a comment a few days ago about these little canvases. Someone had said that it didn't work for them to use them because they were used to stitching in the ditch. And what that means is instead of stitching this way with your canvas, you stitch this way in the ditch of the canvas, and this would be the top, the front of your fabric. That is normally how I stitch as well, because, and we've talked about this before, this part that wraps around would be the back of your fabric, and that's the part that you're handling. Whereas when you stitch with this part on the top, you are holding the outside of your fabric, so the display part of your fabric. So it keeps your fabric cleaner. It's also easier to end your threads when you are ending them with your needle on this side instead of this side. So it's a valid point, and definitely I agree with it. However, these little canvases are super fun, and I'm willing to put up with the annoyance of having those on the back. Now, I've just realized that my scissors are across the room, so I'm going to put you on hold for just a minute while I go and get my scissors. Okay, there we go. And done. Have my, if I haven't shown you my Ort jar lately, keep this beside my stitching chair here in my bedroom, and it's a candy jar that a student gave me many years ago, and I've left the lid off long ago, and this is full of orts. I'm gonna say, so orts is what you call the little ends of your stitching threads. I have ends in here from, oh goodness, I can't even, I don't even recognize them. That's how old they are. I think these are landmark tapestry colors. It's the only time I can think of that I used orange like that. There's some gold in there from my ink circles, Cirque de Circle, and oh, definitely a landmark tapestry with that teal. But it's like an excavation. It's like an archaeological dig sometimes when you look through your old thread ends. Isn't that funny? Anyways, so that's what I keep beside my stitching chair, and all of my little ends go in there. And I've, because I have another one downstairs, I don't know that I've ever emptied that one. I mean, it's not particularly small, and they really do jam in down there. So it's kind of fun. Okay, so because the rest of my Victorian holiday is nicely, oh, except for this loose one here. This one was from the Blue Ribbon Design, because I'm doing that one thread over 2 on 40 count. That's why I have that random one thread left. So before I lose it, do you ever do that? I mean, it's just floss, right? But I'd rather not lose it. I'm going to conserve every ounce of precious floss. Anybody else silly about that? Really, I mean, I should just throw it out and start with a new one, but I can't. I just can't. I have to use it. Okay, so Victorian Holiday is done for now because I have a length of my green ready to go. So this is Victorian Pine, and I am going to do my branches of this design in the green. So even though it's just 2 strands, I'm still going to separate them and put them back together again to make sure that they will lie as smoothly as possible. There we go. The color of Nancy's threads is just beautiful. Okay, so because I have my little start here, I'm going to work on my branch that comes down this way here. So let's see. I think I should be able to have enough resistance to anchor there. That should do it. And yeah, that's right. So I think I'm going to go all the way down the branch first. And then go and fill in. So I'm going to go down the big branch first and then fill in the smaller ones. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, 12 should do it. And I'll double check my counting when I get to the bottom of the pattern to make sure that I've got it right. Did I give you enough information about the pattern? I can't quite remember, so let me do that again now before I forget. Okay, so this is from Rosewood Manor's Christmas Blues. And as you can see, all of the ornaments are done in blues and silvers. And lovely, I love blues and silvers. But I think for this year, since I'm starting 31 ornaments, I want them all to sort of not be the same, but I would like them to feel like they work together and not be just a big jumbled mess. So Rosewood Manor, and the copyright on this one is 2011. And I've probably had it since shortly after it came out. And I have never stitched a single thing from it. So it's about time. It's about time. There we go. Oops. I had thought about maybe getting some small hinges and putting these together, all three of the little frames, so that they could stand up and be, you know, a decoration on the windowsill. I'll have to think about it. I know sometimes you can do that. The Mill Hill buttons and beads collections, the Santa's Village ones, the one with the post office and the toy store, I believe they show them finished as in frames that you can buy through Mill Hill, and they hinge them together. Is my memory completely crazy, or is that sound like something you remember as well? All right, let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. Seven. 12. Okay, I better count my pattern one more time. I do not want to have to, it's not a lot of fun ripping out. Well, nothing ever is it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12 is good. I'm going to use my scissors to make sure my eyes aren't playing tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we're good to go. And then there's a little bobble at the bottom. 1, just like a 4 square. Oh, I feel better already. Isn't that funny? I feel better already. Do you ever do 2 things at the same time? I'm sure you do. 3, sometimes 4 things at the same time. In my head, I've been going over the lists of things that I have to do at the grocery store and a few other shops that I have to stop in at this afternoon, and a few more things that I have to do downstairs in my sewing area to make sure that that is neat and tidy before people come over. And I think I have a few more things sorted out in my brain. So I think I'm feeling a little better about things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this. Do I really need to? It's only a few stitches. Let's do it anyway. Okay, so now the first branch is going to be here. Yes. And I'm going to do this one leg at a time so that I can come backwards this way. Down here. Same thing. One. Oh, I really like this. I'm really, really pleased with my color choice and the pattern, and I love it. I really think this is gonna work well. So let me just finish this branch and the next one. So 4 more stitches. The neighbor's cat, Sasha, has been hanging out in our house again because of the snow. We had lake effect snow squalls last night. What that means is when the lake water is still warm enough and the cold wind, the wind patterns blow over the lake, it picks up a lot of moisture and then it dumps it in a path for those who are sort of in the path of the lake effect snowstorms. And we are. London, Ontario, Woodstock is usually particularly bad, Ingersoll, that whole area. We tend to get a lot of snow. And last night we had some unexpected snow squalls set in, and it was so pretty. It was just, those big fat flakes that were just coming down thick as a blanket. I put some video in at the beginning of this Stitch With Me because I thought you might like to see it too. It really was just beautiful. Okay, so the next one, I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm almost out of floss, so I'm just gonna finish this floss and then I better go and get my shopping done. So what I was saying, there was a story in there about Sasha the cat, and then it switched over to lake effect snow. The kitty who is my neighbor's cat, we do not feed her. I do not give her any treats. I need her to still want to go back home to her own home, but she does, her owner works during the day, and of course the girls go to school during the day, so she gets let out in the morning because she wants out, and then when she's had enough and she's cold and she wants a nap, she comes over here and she waits, or she meows at the front door until we let her in, and then she has a nap here during the day, and then she goes home at the end of the day. So it's a pretty nice life. So I came home this morning and I came upstairs to my bedroom, and Sasha the cat was sound asleep on my bed. Living the life of Riley. Now, can I get 4 more stitches out of this length? What do you think? I think I can. Do you think I'm postponing turning off this video so that I have to go and do my shopping? Why, yes. Yes, I am. But that's okay. Wish me luck tonight when you are cozy in your party pants and stitching your fingers off with your Friday night off the grid. You can think about me entertaining a house full of 25 people and hoping that I still have enough energy to maybe put in 1 more length of thread tonight after everybody's gone home. That's the plan. And I did it. 4 stitches. Look at that. All right, let's sew that end in. There we go. Got my magnet just off to the side here. And there's another ort from a candy jar. Okay, well, what do you think? Now let's look at them side by side. I think those are gonna look nice together once there's a little bit more stitching on there. But I think they'll complement each other with the same colors. So this one will have some white and this one will have some gold. So there will be a few little differences as well as the pattern. But I think all in all together they'll complement each other. All right, that's it for me today. Happy Friday, happy weekend, happy Flossmas Day 7, and happy stitching. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow and I'll tell you all about the party.